What's going on, guys? I'm your boy SuLLy, and today I'm back with episode 81 of SuLLy on Sundays. We are 19 weeks away from episode 100, which is absolutely insane. And pretty much it has been another quite repetitive week in terms of getting work done at uni, getting the shit I need to do done, essentially. For like Monday and Tuesday, I had days off because it was supposed to be filming days, but I didn't actually do any filming as we didn't have the equipment to do it on those days. So mostly this week has been more focused on my essays. One is due on Thursday the 27th, I think it is. And then we have one due on like November 4th and one due like November 8th. Something like that. I have the dates written down in my like notepad with all of my work in it. So I will have all of those done. And then also stuff based around my documentary and the idea of just actually getting the first shots done, having a rough cut done by tomorrow for our workshops and our lectures and things. And yeah, it's been alright. Like on the 2 days that I had my days off, when I wasn't working on essays, I was literally just vegging out, laying in my bed watching Community. I actually watched Rick and Morty and finished it within like 10 hours because there's only 21 episodes, but it's actually one of my favourite shows to watch now because it's just hilarious. And then I almost finished Community. I'm on the last season of that, and I'm sort of delaying finishing it just because I enjoy it that much. I don't want to watch the last episode because I know there's nothing else at the moment that's out for it. So fingers crossed they do a movie of that, because there's a reference in the show where they literally just talk about how the best TV shows are usually like 6 series in a movie. So I'm hoping that the creators and there's a production company out there who will work towards creating a film just so they can link it back to that reference and have that going for the show, because that would be absolutely awesome, and it would be amazing to see a feature-length film of all of the characters and stuff and how they've developed or whatever. But yeah, other than that at uni, not a whole lot going on. I've been out a few more times. I've been to a couple of like flat parties this week, so I've been out socializing more, actually meeting people, getting to know a lot of new people this week actually, and chilling with people who I haven't actually like hung around with before or anything. So that's been quite awesome. It's been quite new, something a little bit different, and it's got me out of my cave, which is essentially what I'm calling my bedroom now. Apologies for like glare or anything you're seeing on the camera right now. The sun is quite bright out. It is quite early. This is actually the earliest I've recorded a SuLLy on Sundays in God knows how long. But yeah, in terms of my documentary, everything's going really well with that. I just have to get some audio recorded, sort out some technical bits, and then it should all really be edited by the end of next week, if not like slightly later than that. But it has to be finished, I believe, by November 8th or something like that, and then we have to hand it in. We get graded on it, and we also have to do an essay for that as well, based around the production of it and our inspirations and shit like that. But yeah, other uni news, not really a whole lot I can talk about in terms of uni, because much like it was with school and shit when I talked about that, it is all quite repetitive. There isn't a whole lot of new stuff going on. Every now and then something different might pop up during the week, but I haven't really done much. I will show you the equipment we get to use for my documentary, because I actually have that in my room, which is quite awesome. So in terms of the actual camera we're able to use for it, we have the Sony PMW 100 XD cam. It's discontinued at the moment. It used to be used by the BBC quite a lot. I'm not sure if they do still use it, but it is a ridiculously expensive camera. I believe they're like, when they were actually being made and produced, it was like $3,000 to purchase one, 2.5 to 3 grand. So we've been quite lucky in the sense that we are allowed to use this equipment. We got to book it for 3 days, and we did most of the filming we needed to tomorrow, or yesterday rather, just because the documentary piece that we're doing, based on my idea behind it, is quite minimalistic. There isn't a whole lot going on in the shot, so the actual camera work wasn't really too much of a hassle to work around or have to work with. Like, I could have in fact got the shot on my webcam. I actually did a backup shot using my webcam because it records in the same FPS. You can record in the same quality on my webcam. Just with the camera, you're able to use different settings and apply different things to it, and it is a lot easier using that with the software we have to edit with and the stuff on the Macs which we have to use to edit the documentary. But yeah, it's quite awesome to have at your disposal. I will be using it a lot more, getting a lot more done with it in the future with my other projects, but as I did say, with this one it's quite minimalistic. There isn't a whole lot going on, so it wasn't as necessary as I would have liked it to have been, just given that it was my first documentary and the whole creative mindset behind it was minimalism. But yeah, so that is that. That's what I've been using to do my documentary, just because it's the best thing that the Uni can provide. It isn't a bad camera by any means. It does suck that it is quite old and it is discontinued, but there's not really a whole lot I can do about that. In terms of my own equipment and what I'm doing currently is I'm waiting for my bursaries to come through, and then I believe I may have explained all of this already, but in the January sales, I'm hoping that the actual build I want to get some of the parts maybe slightly cheaper, so I can get the build for even less, and then I'll have everything purchased by the end of January, and then have my PC built ready for February, if not for my birthday, so I can either do the live stream on my birthday or do it at some point in February, and that would be quite a cool time to do it, I think. But I will let you guys know more about that as updates are coming in. I will have to start my GoFundMe or the Kickstarter for the charity thing, so you guys can donate to it, because that's the whole point of me doing the 24-hour live stream, is to raise money for charity and to do it for Macmillan, because they have this thing called Game Changers, which allows content producers and streamers to literally raise money for the charity in the name of Macmillan, and then do it in their own way. So for 24 hours purely on Twitch, it would just be me either playing games, doing random challenges, communicating with the audience, doing things on stream for donations and stuff like that. But none of it will really benefit me like financially at all. All of the money that I do raise from the stream will go to the charity, and that's really the most important thing. So hopefully by end of January, early February, I will have everything sorted, so you guys don't have to worry about that. You will be getting a lot more content within the next or better content within the next 3 months, which will be quite awesome. I'm really liking the fact that I can put stuff up in 1080p and things like that now, because it just makes the quality of my production so much better, and I just prefer feeling like I'm producing something that is more enjoyable and a lot better quality for you guys to watch. Because as a content creator, only being able to do 720, which I was in the past, really sucked, knowing that everything was pretty much moving into 1080p or 4K and everything was in 60 frames, which I couldn't work with, but now I can, and hopefully with my new PC it'll be even easier to do that for you guys. So yeah, a lot of rambling, a lot of stuff that I've probably repeated multiple times before, but pardon me. But for the rest of my day, what I'm going to be doing is I need to record some audio for my documentary, like I said. Hopefully I can go home and record with my sister, because I need her for part of the documentary. And then the Man United versus Chelsea game is happening today, and I also need to go out and get some food, otherwise I'll starve. So that's the plan for today. I'll also be playing some of the IW beta a little bit more later, and then hopefully getting some GBs done, and then get some content for you guys, or content prepared for you guys for next week, just so I am uploading. I believe this week I uploaded 4 times, which is okay. It's decent consistency, and it's a decent number of videos to be working with at the moment. I don't plan on increasing that at any point, but it will be quite sporadic from here on out, just with Call of Duty coming to a close within the next 11 days, 12 days. So that's pretty much it. Yeah, not a whole lot else to talk about. I think that is it. I think I've covered all of the bases for what I needed to talk about today. And if you guys did enjoy, then as always, do be sure to leave a like. I've been your boy SuLLy. This has been SuLLy on Sundays, episode 81, and peace.